Well, as we approach the halfway point of the season, how hard is it for the top teams to keep their foot on the gas pedal?
Sustaining excellence and playing winning basketball over the long season really requires great concentration. But the truly great teams find a way to get it done.
Now the starting group for San Antonio. Who's Ellis? Out there with Zignaji. Then it's Ball. Then there's Sadiq Bey. Just 4 to shoot. The 3 from Ball. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
You know, if LaMelo shoots it at a high clip from deep, man, oh man, I don't know how anybody's going to guard it.
Pass to Love. It's stolen. Bridges against Bey. Ball passes to Bey. Three-pointer. Ball no good. Here's Young. Now here's Love. And off there. He misses his first shot of the night. San Antonio has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Bey finds Ball. Three-pointer, Ellis. Second chance shot. And Young pulls it down.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
And it's Bridges with the jam.
And that is what we talk about. Make the next pass. Fantastic feat.
Well, Lowry Markkanen comes from a family full of athletes, Grant.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. Laurie's mom and dad were both pro basketball players, and so was one of his brothers. And his other brother is a professional soccer player. So it definitely runs in the family. Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Now here's Love. His last outing, we saw him score 13. Five on the clock. Here's Young. Rebound San Antonio. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Ball against Young. Ball passes to Naji. Three-pointer, Ellis. That one rolls around and rims out. Denver in the lead. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks so much. I caught up with the Nuggets head coach. Jaren Jackson Jr. was the topic, and coach was impressed by the tape. He said, the more I watch of Jaren, the more I'm convinced he's the best defensive player in the league. He does so much for their team, and we're going to have to be hyper aware of his weak side help tonight. Coach isn't alone on that appraisal. Back to you guys.
Thank you for that, Allie. Pass the ball from outside the arc. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And he just punches home the one-hand finish.
Hey, 2 points the easy way.
He'll take those all day long.
Outside Love. Back to Young. San Antonio with a rebound. And going against Denver, their first meeting on the year. Bey finds Ball. Back to Bey. Pass to Ball. No one near him. Not going to go that time.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Outside Love. Hits the trifecta.
Boy, that pick was a thing of beauty by Kaman.
And so it's Bey who brings up the ball for the Spurs. Ball outside. We've got 1:55 left in the opening quarter. Pass to Buzelis. San Antonio needs to get off a shot. Love grabs the miss.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
The three. And again, Denver with a three.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And here's the timeout from Mitch Johnson now. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Different look for Denver. Edwards, he's checked in for Bridges, and Holiday subbed in for Young. San Antonio also making some changes. Neesmith comes in for Buzelis, and Emmanuel quickly subbed in for Bay. A minute 29 left in the first quarter. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, the future is looking bright for the Spurs on and off the court. They pledged over $1 billion for a new arena and surrounding civic improvements in downtown San Antonio. I'm told nothing with the project has been finalized just yet, but clearly the Spurs are looking to help finance a new state-of-the-art arena in the near future around Victor Wembanyama, no less.
A great organization. Okay, Shams, thank you. Now here's Quickly. 9 points for him in his last game. Ball passes to Najee. And here's Neesmith. Lets it fly. Another shot. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. San Antonio shooting their first foul shot of the night.
At the line for the Spurs. At the line for one.
And the free throw, no good. Going into the offseason, Clark, a priority for the Nuggets was adding depth.
Jokic himself bluntly made it clear that's what they needed. Denver was worn down by the end of that OKC series. You could see it. And depth was a strength for each of the conference finals.
Denver shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. Spencer's checked in for Lee. Saric checks in for San Antonio.
At the line for one shot. Hendricks.
30 seconds left to play in the first. Out to the right wing. Saric a screen. Lets the three fly. Gets the three ball to go.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Edwards finds Holiday. Let's go with a three. No good. Misses at the buzzer. 1 quarter in the books. And it's been a close one. San Antonio on top, up by 1. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for San Antonio.
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. Emmanuel quickly is out there with Jared McCain. Then it's Aaron Nesmith. Then there's Dario Saric. And it's Stoudemire in at the power forward position. Oh, got a piece of it. And Edwards slams it in. And the chess match continues.
7 lead changes already, and we're still in the first half.
And both sides on the floor getting ready for the game ahead. And it's almost hello and welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us on this Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Here with Coach Dan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And patrolling the sideline for us again tonight, Allie LaForce. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. They've got LaMelo Ball. Also Sadiq Bey out there. It's Najee in at the 4-man position. One thing you can say about this Clippers organization, GA, resources will never be a problem.
Yeah, passionate and deep-pocketed leadership. You throw in the market size, and even if they're not the glamour franchise in LA, they're no longer resigned to second fiddle.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter's feel, but not who you want to leave open.
To the middle. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Bay's got 5. For the Clippers, it's been a slow start here. It's a 5-point game. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Well, it comes down to preparation. They were ready for that game and kept the crowd out of it for the most part.
Ball from long range. Good on the triple.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep. And, you know, you can see in his eyes, he knows That is not a dunk he should have missed.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Tyronn Lue gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. We talked about Victor Wembanyama and what he wants to see from his team defensively, and he said, I want to see us knock him off balance a little bit. Be tough, physical. That's how you get into his head, and that's how you frustrate him. Expect to see a lot of defensive aggression against Wembanyama tonight. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. Slammed home, and they call the foul. He's headed for the strike for one more.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. We have the first leg of the NBA season, Greg, now behind us. The standings starting to come into shape.
Yeah, right now is when you can make sense of wins and losses. Who you play matters so much early on, but things have started here to balance out.
Now, here's Ball. Last game out, he had 14. Back to Bay. They set the pick from the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists tonight.
Showing the range. How about Bay taking and making his fair share of those triples?
Tries again. He takes it up and lays it in. He has 7.
Just an innate ability to rebound the basketball and then make the defense pay.
Well, this is what he's known for. Attacking the glass and getting some second chance points.
Here's Najee. Really struggled in the loss against Oklahoma City.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
Anthony, the pass to Black. Back to Anthony from past the arc. The shot, no good.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Super work on the boards. They really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of hope.
Here's Ball. After the made shot from Wendell Carter. Here's Najee. He has yet to score. Bay. Great D that time from Batum. At one time, pretty much just a three-point specialist, Sam Hauser, coach, is now picking up the defense.
Yeah, look, Kevin, you can come into the league and maybe carve out a niche with just one skill. But usually what you have to do is take that one skill and build on it so that you can be a consistent rotation player. Sam Hauser has done that, and as you said, he's added the defense to his shooting ability.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Pass to Bay. Back to Ball. A 3-ball. It doesn't go for him.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
Now Anthony fades. Again, the Clippers.
About time he got one to fall there. Before that, 6 straight misses to start this.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Thanks, guys. The Spurs are ecstatic to welcome back their superstar big man, Victor Wembanyama. He actually spent 10 days this summer training with monks in China, and he continues to embrace unorthodox training methods. Guys, perhaps appropriate given his unusual stature.
He's got that curiosity. All right, John, thanks for the update. For the Clippers, Grady Diggs. Hicks checked in for Batum. And it's Simons in for Black. San Antonio also making some changes. Stoudemire, he's checked in for Najee. And quickly in for Buzelis. There's 1:54 left here in the opening quarter. Outside ball. And it's quickly in the corner. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. Dick in the corner. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
5 to shoot. Offensive rebound. Got a hand on it, and he gets it back. Clippers have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Now Simons. Carter with a screen on Ball. Dick with it, now guarded by Ball. Here's Simons. Rebounded by the Spurs. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Yeah, I mean, they had their chances, competed deep into that game, but had a few lulls there that just kind of took them down.
Well, this has to be a frustrating loss because they actually played well, but it still wasn't enough for them to get the win.
So much confidence from Ball. Been doing that since he was a youngin'.
Anthony against Bay. Anthony taking his time here. Carter sets the pick for Anthony. Shoots over Bay, and Anthony gets it to go.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Sadiq Bey. He's been the guy making things happen for San Antonio. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Spurs.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. They've got Aaron Nesmith. Emmanuel quickly out there with Jared McCain. Then it's Stoudemire. And it's Saric in at the pivot, manning the middle. And the Spurs with possession after the Clippers pick up 2. Here's Stoudemire. It's rebounded by Salong.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Pass to Simons. There's a screen. Launches a 3. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Yeah, and Simons takes a lot of threes because he's confident in how dangerous he can be from that.
Here's Stoudemire. No good there. Clippers leading by 4. Here he goes. Harrington. That one's in. His first shot this game.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Out to the right wing. Looking to end the run. Up and in. It's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting. The Clippers have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Ja Morant looking to lead the way. He said, I set the tone. My teammates feed off of it, and I love to compete. That's how we all grew up, playing on the blacktop outside, competing at a high level when there was no cameras around. Kevin?
He's got that alpha mentality. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. different look for the Clippers. Anthony's checked in for Grady Dick. Batum comes in for Carlton Carrington. And it's Anthony Black in for Fernie Simons. San Antonio also making some changes. Zeke Naji, he's checked in for Stoudemire. Booz Ellis comes in for Neesmith. And it's Ball in for Jared McCain. And Batum kicks to Black. Outside Anthony. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Naji.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Ball, the pass to Quickly. Back to Ball. And shot on the way. That's good on the jump shot. Now just a 2-point Los Angeles lead.
Well-placed pass in the hands of a guy ready to attack.
What a unique skill set Jaren Jackson Jr. coach brings to the floor.
No question, Kevin. He's a two-way player, a defensive player of the year who also has proven he can be a primary scorer, and he can score it from the three-point line, or he can put it on the floor and go to the basket. Plus, he's got a post game. This is one of the most versatile players in the league. Well, this is certainly not the game he was hoping for offensively, but they've been able to find points as a team even without his contributions.
Naji passes to Quickly. Spurs passing it around. 4 on the shot clock. Naji, good. Naji's got his first points of the game.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Outside Anthony, lets it go with the three. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Spurs have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Pass the ball. Saric outside. Here's Naji. Ball with it. A three from Quickly. Black grabs the board. On the wing, Batum. And the Clippers miss again. San Antonio's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Booz Ellis. A miss that time would have put him up. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter.
The rookie Anthony is money from the mid-range, which is why defenses have to guard him so tightly.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. You often hear that the skill level in the league has never been higher, Greg, and some say this is the peak of the game. What do you think?
And I'll tell you this, Kevin, I'm not complaining. If the league can improve upon this, the sky is really the limit.
San Antonio trailing here. Pass to Booz Ellis. To the left side wing. Bay passes to Naji. Here's Booz Ellis. Jacks up a three. No good on the shot. Batum attacking, and he gets the bucket. And it's a 4-point Clipper lead.
An old school finish there with the finger roll. You gotta be committed to a move like that, and he was.
Here's Najee. Bay wide open, and he fires. Comes up empty here. That puts him at 3 for 6. There's a minute 47 left in the first half of basketball. Anthony with the bucket.
It's striking to see how quick Anthony's release is. Ball's only in his hands for a split second.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Back to Ball. Pass to Bay. Off the run. Rebound by the Clippers. In this matchup with the Spurs, it's their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, and going back to last year, this series was an even split. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now, here's Ball. 8 points for him. Pass to Bay. Lots of room. No good. That miss takes him to 3 for 7. Now, Black. No scoring in this one. Anthony's shot is off.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Bay, no good.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
Anthony dishes to Carter. Outside, Batum. Outside, Anthony. Launches it. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Anthony's got the lead up to 12 now for the Clippers.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
I'm here with Coach Ty Lue, and Coach, your team seems to be dictating the tempo of the game thus far. Are you happy with that aspect right now?
Yes, I think we got to get stops, push the pace, try to get early transition points if we can, and then if not, back it out and run our offense. But we want to play with a high pace and a high energy, and I think our guys are doing a good job of that right now.
They have a pep in their step early. Thanks, Coach.
Hey, Allie, thank you so much for that interview. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with you for the second half of the game right after this.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're measuring up the shot. One more time. A round of applause for the participants.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule. What do you make of these future games, fellas?
Why are you always talking about the future, Ernie? Live in the present.
Yeah, you really need to practice mindfulness, Ernest.
Jeez, I'm just trying to do my job. They put these games up on the screen. I thought we should talk about them. Excuse me. Now let's talk about that first half. What an impressive performance for the Los Angeles Clippers.
They're doing a nice job of getting their feet wet in the paint. I like the aggression, powering it up and sending it down.
Hey, if you can get the ball in close, why settle? Invite the defense to stop it.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Here's Ball. Anthony out there with Wendell Carter. Then there's Anthony Black. Then there's Batum. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Ball with a wide open look. Offensive rebound. Bank shot. No good.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, the Spurs are on the rise. Victor Wembanyama said, quote, "I've been on board since day one. We know it's not going to be a straight line. There will be ups and downs. This is not easy, but I'm very confident in the will that my guys have. The long term is never being questioned." Back to you, Kevin.
They'll get there for sure. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Here's Najee. Makes it off the glass. Najee's got his second basket of the game.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Bay's got room, and it's the Clippers with the rebound.
That's one for their first four to start the second half.
And Mitch Johnson, Stan, now taking over full-time as head coach of the Spurs.
Well, look, Mitch Johnson's the son of an NBA player and a high-level point guard in college. He knows how to run a team and favors that pace and space style.
For three, it's good. The assist that time from Ball. Ball's got 5 assists in the game. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. And while we can, here's a look at the teams that had the fastest hands in the league last season. The Clippers in second.
You could tell by watching them how much they enjoyed playing defense. They seem to have an endless reserve of energy flying around and pressuring the basketball.
Spurs trail by 12. Outside, Ball. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Anthony on the wing. The 19-footer is on the money. Anthony's got 19 points.
And even though he's just a rookie, Anthony is already a decorated scorer, a guy you can trust on offense.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Releases. And he can't bank that one in. San Antonio's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Ball, the pass to Bay. Pass to Buzelis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Second chance effort, and the layup is good.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Black with it, still without a basket. And it's Anthony again missing. Knocks it loose. Ball, the pass to Bay. Back to Ball. Three-pointer. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Here's Anthony, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Anthony's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, and it seems to come naturally to Anthony. He just finds ways to score with consistency.
Ball finds Bay. Ball, a screen on Batum. Back to Ball. Shoots the three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Well, Coach, you know the 2025 season was cut short for Wembanyama due to a blood clot in his right shoulder.
Yeah, it was too bad, Kevin, to see that season cut short. Look, I think it's easy to say Wembanyama would have been the defensive player of the year in 2025. I think he had that one sewed up. but he just couldn't get enough games in to get to that. And he's a guy that can do everything on offense. We're talking probably the next face of the league.
And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Los Angeles with some changes. Swan's checked in, and Dick subbed in for Anthony. Manuel quickly, he's checked in for San Antonio. Clippers leading by 5. Here's Black, still scoreless. One is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
Ball from long range. Drains it from beyond the arc. Ball's got 9 points here in the second half.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range? Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Quickly the pass, the ball. Cruzella sets a screen for Ball. Back to Quickly. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Now Dick. Another shot, and he lays it up and in. He's got 13.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Ball, the bounce pass. Pass to Bay. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
Now Batum takes the 3. Gonzalez grabs the board. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Bay finds Ball. Back to Bay. Astonagi shoots over Black. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Dick with it. Here's Salon. There's the triple. Drains the 3-pointer. And now it's an 11-point Clipper lead. And so it's Los Angeles. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's take a listen now to Coach.
Keep attacking, all right? Now, come on, be aggressive, all right? Let's move the ball, let's swing the ball, move body, drive and kick, all right?
Now staying focused on the task at hand. You heard it in Coach Lou's voice, urging his guys on.
All about focus and how you execute at this point. Tough to beat.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the floor for San Antonio, all out there with Emmanuel Quickly. Then it's Dario Saric. Then it's Neesmith. And it's Stoudemire in at the 4. Stoudemire, the pass to Neesmith. There's Ball with the 3. Clowney pulls it in. Clippers leading by 11. And there's the Time to finish it off.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
And here is Neesmith. Pass to Sharge. Clowney pulls it in.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Outside, Simon. Quickly against Dick. 4 on the clock. Over quickly. It's stolen by Sharks. Quickly up top. Covered by Simon. Quickly the pass to Stoudemire. Ball kicks to Stoudemire. Pocket 6. Pass to Sharge. Clowney pulls it in.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
The shot's good from Simon.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this thing.
And timeout called by Mitch Johnson. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Checked in for the Clippers. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. They took a laid-back approach to the huddle, telling the team, everyone thinks this game is over, so just go out there and let it rip. Let's see what we can do. And I think the players love that message.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. And it's quickly missing. And so it's Anthony bringing it up to the Los Angeles Clippers. There's the lob to Carter. It's stolen by Stoudemire. Neesmith finds ball. And here is Quickly. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. There's the 3. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Here's Dick. Misses the 3.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
And that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Zeke Naji, he's checked in for Stoudemire. Buzelis comes in for Neesmith. Bays subbed in for Quickly. Naji passes the ball. There's the screen. Just 5 on the clock. The shot's good from Bay. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Here's Black. Outside Anthony. Pass to Batum. Here's Black. He's covered by Ball. Here's Anthony. And he gets it to go from the high post. Anthony's got 23.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Ball, the pass to Naji. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Well, believe it or not, that's only his first turnover. Taking care of the ball.
Clippers leading by 15. Now Black. Anthony, no one around. Offline with his 3.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Well, he's already hit more threes since halftime than he did in the whole first half. He might have figured something out.
Carter with the screen. Outside Anthony. Fires for three. That shot, no good.
Yeah, really unlike him to have this kind of game from three.
Here's Ball. Six on the shot clock. Now Bay from deep. Knocks down the three.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Los Angeles leading by 9. And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Black with it. Outside Anthony. Five on the clock. 16-footer drops in.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
Yeah, I got to agree. Their defensive commitment's got to be a lot better.
Green from outside.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Now Carter, a quick pass leads him right to the rack.
Well, keep in mind, Carter has run these sets countless times. He's reliable when it comes to knowing where to go.
Strong move off the glass.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
Now Anthony. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter. Not gonna go. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the San Antonio Spurs. Here's Najee. They swipe it. Here's Anthony. It's stolen by Buzelis. Ball to the lane.
And he can carry a team. We've seen it from Ball before, and we're seeing it again.
Now here's Anthony. Tight defense on him, and that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Six-point game. And so they foul intentionally.
First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for two, number 24.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
And not as productive a trip as you would like, but they're still in a pretty comfortable position.
We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Anthony fires. Missed on the three. San Antonio with the ball. Bay. A up again. Saves him with the putback. And they go to the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Third team foul. At the line for Los Angeles, Nicholas Batum taking 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 7. Guys, your thoughts?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
Well, I've been in this spot more times than I'd like to admit. All you can do is tell your guys to hold their heads up and finish strong.
Here's Bay. So the Clippers with the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight.
A quick peek into the locker room as the players get set for the game ahead. Looking to make a big splash here tonight. Grant, having played in the league, you must have a good idea of how these guys are feeling this deep into the year.
No, B.A., it's hard to describe. There's such a physical drain on your body, and mentally, it might be even more difficult.
Now let's take a look at the Bucks opening lineup. They've got Thompson, and it's Diaw in at the 4 slot. Brandon passes to Thompson, to the middle. Bridges, up and in on the layup.
Setting an aggressive tone early, challenging the heart of that defense.
Here's Rizachet. Here's Owens. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. Thompson outside. Pass to Bridges. There's the 3. And Thompson gets the 3.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly.
Here's Rizachet. The 3 is up. Can't hit that one. Deflects the pass. First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Pass to Owens. Clock at 6. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That's on Mikal Bridges.
The officials were right on top of that one.
In terms of two-way guards, Grant, Desmond Bane is as good as any. What do you see in his game?
Well, just look at him, B.A. Bane is so strong. That really helps him there on the defensive end. And offensively, a lights-out three-point shooter.
And both teams going through their pregame rituals, getting loose well before we're underway. Welcome, and Greg. We don't expect the pace to be fast tonight. These teams operate in the half court, don't they?
Exactly. There's so much transition offense in this league. It's interesting to watch teams execute in the half court.
Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Horace Diaw is out there with Asar Thompson. Then it's Bridges, and it's Brandon in at the point guard. And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. Thompson outside, the 3. And it's Rizachet with the rebound. And here's Boston. It's a 3-point game. Beyond the arc. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
A true highlight of Richard's game, his ability to just knock it down from beyond.
Brandon, the pass to Dion. On the wing, Thompson. This one for three. Again, the miss by Thompson. Boston's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Wide open look here for Murray. No good from outside.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Thompson outside, fires from deep, and it's Thompson again missing.
He's got to keep the ball moving. That's just not a good shot with the D set up like it was.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Shot clock at 6. Here's Rizichet. Stamey had 10 points, and the shot goes down.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work in the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Here's Brandon. Not too proud of his numbers in that game against the Timberwolves, that's for sure. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. And now here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best teams from three-point land a year ago. Bucks number 1.
You know, they went through stretches when they just didn't miss from beyond the arc. I mean, that carried them right to the top of that list.
Here's Boston now. They've got an 8-0 run. Bounce pass from Rizichet. Rizichet sets the screen for Owen. It's good from the top of the key.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And Coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense. Shake them up a bit so they can hopefully start getting some shots to fall.
Some stats on him. Good season for him last year. He averaged about 17 points a game, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. Guys, he's a difference maker off the bench. Steps into that front court and more than holds his own.
He gives them a jolt of energy down low every time he comes into the game. That's something any coach loves to have.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Murray outside. After Rizichet. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Rizichet's got 5 now.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
To the inside. Brandon goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Getting this one to fall hopefully gets things rolling. Their first make out of 5 shots.
The number 1 overall pick back in 2014, Andrew Wiggins, certainly capable.
Elite length and athleticism. His shot creation is more good than great. He has that 2022 All-Star nod to his credit, and of course, a championship from that same season.
Nice shot by Thompson.
An explosive player. Thompson has serious leaping ability, and that comes in handy around the basket.
After Rizichet. And it's off from three-point range. Thompson in the posts. Guarded by Rizichet. Here's Brandon. That's tipped. Rizichet with it. Diaw's there. And Rizichet. A bucket on the assist by Murray.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Here's Brandon. And he banks in the layup.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
After Rizichet, inside, here's Murray. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Murray's got his second bucket tonight.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And in the pass to Thompson. Here's the screen. Here's Brandon. 6 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. Owens with the rebound. Boston leading by 13. Murray outside. After Rizichet. Off target from outside. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team.
Uncharacteristic, but that's a bucket he'll convert 90% of the time.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. .112 left here in the first quarter. Back to Thompson. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Celtics.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him.
Diaw with the steal. Chalmers against Carter. It's picked off. And oh, here we go. Carter's got it in the fast break chance. Here's Jackson with the 3. Rebound by Mario Chalmers. Bucks trail by 15. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Harris. Diaw with the screen on Jackson. Here's Harris. It's tipped. Carter against Diaw. Jackson setting the pick here for Rizichet. And they call an illegal screen here.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
7 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Chalmers passes to Randall. Shoots over Rizichet. And the Bucks miss again. And so it's Boston. Their lead at 15 going into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We've got more in store for you right after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Boston.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers. Spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
Carter out there with the quarrel. Then it's Mbamute. Then it's Jaren Jackson. And it's Wilson in at the 3 spot. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Now, here's Chalmers. Nothing on the board. Pass to Ogman. Clock at 6. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
Now, here's Mbamute. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Okoro shot is off. Bucks trail by 15. Chalmers outside. And here's Harris from the arc. A three-pointer is right on target. Harris has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Pass to Okoro. Jackson, a screen on Harris. Okoro kicks to Jackson. It's good from long range.
And this is something Jackson Jr. continues to work on, wanting to become a legitimate threat from deep.
Former dunk contest champion Anthony Simons. Greg also a threat from deep.
Yeah, over half his shots coming from long range. I mean, he's not exactly a point guard or a lockdown defender, but if you need a bucket, that he can provide.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Well, Kevin Durant talked about the key to his longevity. And he said just being enthusiastic about the game every day and wanting to get better, that forces you to get in the gym. What you do the most is what you're going to be best at. And if you don't use it, you'll lose it. That's how I look at it. Guys?
Truly the love for the game. Allie, as always, we appreciate your reporting. And a look now at some of the players we can expect to see in this year's dunk contest. Always one of the great events of All-Star Weekend.
It is, Kevin. You just can't take your eyes off it. The ideas those guys come up with, and then the guts it takes to pull them off, always blows me away.
You take a look at Thompson. He's definitely got a shot of making it to the top 4 slots this year. We'll just have to see if he ends up moving up.
Listen, I know this guy is hoping he gets the opportunity to be a part of it this year, and it would be a huge disappointment for him if he's not able to showcase some of those phenomenal dunking skills.
And as always, we'll keep the updates coming in as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. One thing we already know, there are some great players pulling in votes so far.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that this is going to be one of those dunk contests that everybody's going to be tuning into.
Outside Carter, and again, Boston with the triple.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
And in the pass to Bridges. To the paint. Stolen by Jackson. And a fast break now for the Celtics. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the evening.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
And he knocks down the first one. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, for all the anticipation around NBA expansion, we might have to pump the brakes. I'm told a number of team owners are a bit hesitant to further carve up the revenue from this new national broadcasting deal, so the timeline may take longer than some fans had hoped.
They'll get there for sure. All right, Shams, we thank you very much for that report. Here's Brandon. Down low. Randall surveying the D. Pass to Diao. And they get it. The shot missing. Good work defensively by Carter.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Here's Rizachet. That's in there. Carter with the assist. And that's 13 points for Rizachet.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Owens is checked in for Carter. The Bucks also with the sub. Thompson's checked in. Now, here's Bridges. He's covered closely. Pass to Diao. Here's Brandon. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away. Brandon's got his second bucket of the night.
Oh, I love that possession for them, ending with an assisted bucket.
Murray outside. Inside. Here's Shireman. Here's Owens. Shot clock at 6. And here is Murray. Celtics passing it around. Hits the three-point bomb. Shireman's got 5 points so far.
How about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Thompson in the corner. Pass to Brandon. For the 3. No good. He has missed 3 of his 5 attempts this game. 1:57 left to play here in the second quarter. There's a good screen. Here's Rizachet.
Celtics foul. First personal foul.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. To the inside. It's stolen. Here's Shireman. He's got 5.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Thompson outside. 6 on the shot clock. Out to Bridges. Over Owen. And again, the Bucks miss.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Murray for 3. The rebound by Brandon. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Pass to Diaw. Puts up a 3. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
All the officials are all over that one.
The Celtics shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
At the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good. He doesn't get the second one.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Milwaukee shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Seconds left in the second quarter. Now Reza Shea, 13 points in the game. Here's the 3. Here's Pena. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Boston Celtics riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Now we've got a moment now. Let's go. Terrific stuff, Allie. Thank you so much. And we'll be back for the third quarter right after this halftime break.
Taking a look here now at Boston, you watch their games. They've had some highs, some lows. Still putting it all together.
Which you could say about...
He's been hunting for a shot pretty much all first half, and why not? The results speak for themselves.
From the naked eye, he just looks like he wants it. And that is a wrap.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Zachary Reza-Shea has been, in a word, sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, we've got Bridges. Asar Thompson is out there with Boris Diaw, and it's Brandon in at the point. Shot clock at 5, and the basket by Owen.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
A putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Murray. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Murray's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, they need to regroup and maybe try and draw something up that can get them a clean look at the basket.
And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. Now, here's Bridges. Still yet to score. Here's Brandon. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots from the high post. Unable to get that one.
Rough start to the second half for them. Only getting one of the past 4 shots to fall.
Here's Rizachet. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Rizachet has got 16 points. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
And checking out the numbers for Murray. Coming off a terrific season. He was around 14 points a game last year. 9 rebounds and 2 assists. And what sets him apart is his rebounding. And as you can see, he's been in peak form.
Yeah, this last stretch, it has been unbelievable to watch him get going on the glass. And it's been reflective in the stat sheet.
Here's Rizachet. Pass to Owens. They set the pick. The 3 goes back up. That one, no good. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. And that one drops for him. 11 points in the game.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Here's Shireman. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Asar Thompson. For Boston, they have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line. First free throw is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. So it's the Bucks now. Here's Brandon. Pass to Bridges. Fires the 3. And no good. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Murray outside. Clock at 6. Pena passes to Owens. They get it back.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
Rizachet with the steal. Here's Shireman. He's got 7. Celtics passing it around. Pena. He's guarded by Diaz. Powered down as the whistle blows. A 3-point play chance.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Celtics.
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
And the other thing you notice is how committed they've been to playing with the pass, constantly moving that ball from one side to the other.
And it seems, Richard, sometimes the best player on a team isn't necessarily their leader. You've been on a lot of teams, a lot of great players. Do you agree?
Well, at the very least, you want your best player to be the tone setter. They don't have to be very vocal, but their work ethic and their accountability has to be the highest.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Randall.
You know, one thing you have to admire about Randall is his hunger to get better. He is a real leader who leads by example.
Jaren Jackson's checked in for Boston. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And no questioning the greatness of Kevin Durant. But, Greg, trying to get back into championship contention.
Yeah, and since his 2 titles with the Warriors, disappointment with the Nets and Suns, can he get a shot at another ring?
Banked in off the glass. Jackson's got 5 points so far.
And that is quickly becoming Jackson's domain. He's such a strong finisher in the paint.
The fader. Rebound by the Celtics. Jackson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. For Boston, they have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game.
Personal foul. 3rd team foul.
Free throw good, Owen.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Jock Landale's checked in for the Bucks. And both free throws good for Owen. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the 3rd quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Randall left side. Randall is doubled. Wants to get it to Landale, and does.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And Baamute's checked in for Boston. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Celtics. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. The tray, the offensive rebound. Jackson a screen on Chalmers. And it's Carter missing.
Even though it didn't go down, they'll take that shot every time.
Thompson dishes to Chalmers. Wilson against Harris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Out to Thompson from outside the arc. Wilson grabs the board. The Celtics have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the 3rd. Pass to Carter. From downtown, knocks down the 3-ball. Carter's got 9.
Nice, clean bounce pass. Sometimes the fundamentals are all you're going to need.
Chalmers pass to Landale. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Jaren Jackson.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line. The Bucks making a switch here.
Taking 2 shots.
And Landale drops both of them. Celtics have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the 3rd quarter. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Carter sets the pick for Okoro. And he drives in. Jackson from long range. And he's good on the 3-ball. Jackson's got 5 points in the quarter.
The potential of...
You got double. Back up. You got nothing. Corner. I'm not here. You got. Oh, look out for Randall.
Keep bringing that, baby.
Go. Yo, Harris. Oh, foul. Go. Oh, yeah, shooter, man. Rebound. Gotta get it.
Chuck.
Shooting. Oh, yeah, shooter, man. Rebound. Gotta get it. Let's get this board, fellas. Get this board.
Yo, I think someone moved the basket.
Yep. High ball. Flash. Give him that. Yep. High ball. Where's the foul?
Corner, Phil. Nice screen, I got you. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the...
And Grant, one thing we know about these teams, they can both go deep into their bench. That's a luxury.
Yeah, a luxury indeed. And they don't have to worry as much about foul trouble or guys getting worn down. Credit to both front offices for building such complete rosters.
The starters for the Golden State Warriors. They've got Cason Wallace, and it's Yao in at the 5 spot.
Love the confidence from this young man. Miller is so quick off the catch.
Takes the 3, and he buries his first look.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. The jump hook. No good. A bit long that time. Wallace outside. And just about a minute into this first quarter. Pass to Whitehead. Takes a 3. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. Now Philadelphia with it. Outside, Williams. Williams defending. The kick out to Williams. The Warriors pull it in.
He bailed out the defense because that's an easy look for him.
The 76ers have gone 1 for 3 so far. The #1 overall pick in 2020. Greg, you think Anthony Edwards has a shot to become the best American-born player in the NBA?
You know, I think his aspiration is higher than that, B.A. He's thinking MVP, face of the league. And if you ask me, he has the talent to do it.
Now here's Wallace. And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. And again, no good by Golden State. DiVincenzo on the wing. Blocked by Wallace. Outside, Williams. Williams grabs the board.
Well, he got the shot he loves, and the defense should honestly be relieved. He didn't punish them for being a little bit soft there in the mid-range.
Precision pass into the post. Well-earned assist.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Showing the numbers from last NBA season, the leaders in team steals. In the third spot, the Warriors. The 76ers, fourth.
Both teams were very aggressive defensively, and that led to a lot of steals and a lot of runouts.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. To the paint. It's tipped. Williams defending. Wallace outside. Launches a three. Rebound by the 76ers.
Really tough quarter for him shooting the basketball.
And last season, the Warriors had their most success playing a small ball lineup, Grant.
Well, they more than held their own on the backboards in defending the paint. But you knew they'd look to add some size this summer.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to catch up with Nick Nurse. He immediately brought up Jason Tatum, the incredible all-star forward, saying, quote, Tatum is an NBA champion for a reason. He leads his team. JT does it all at 6'8". Great passing it, defending, and obviously scoring too. We'll see how they plan to contain Jason tonight. Back to you, Ryan.
Okay, thank you, Allie.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack.
Well, that's a tough matchup because he's skilled and relentless.
And he floats it in for the easy two. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
A point-blank range. That is too easy.
Another three for Golden State.
Well orchestrated. And then the pass is right on the money.
And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Williams looking around. And there's another one for the Warriors.
The shots are falling, and he is making it look easy. What a great pass. It was on time and on target.
The Warriors lead by 3. Launches it from deep. Hauled in by DiVincenzo.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, I mean, he's a very good shooter, but from that distance, his percentages go down.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Wallace outside. Pass to Whitehead. Back to Wallace. To the right side. 6 on the shot clock. Nice move. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Tim, we've seen the offensive game of Quentin Grimes go through the roof.
Yeah, B.A., he is playing with major confidence right now. In high school and college, he was a lead guard, and that comfortability with the ball is evident.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. He's checked in for Philadelphia. Hawkins comes in for DiVincenzo. Herter's checked in for the Warriors. Jaquez comes in for Wallace. As a team, when you're trying to construct your best lineups, what are you looking for, Grant?
You know, I think balance is probably number one. Each lineup has to have enough defense and offense. Otherwise, you're just vulnerable.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And that's why you don't want to foul a guy like him. He is going to make those free throws.
Miller outside, from outside the arc. He buries it from 3. Miller's got 5.
And there's a reason Miller was a volume three-point shooter in college, because he's extremely accurate.
Jaquez, the pass to Williams. And we've got 1:18 left in the first quarter here. On target from range.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
And the responses often come from the three-point line. That's just today's game. Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
And now this offense feels like they can just do whatever they want.
Here's Jaquez. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. No good on the 3. 76ers trail by 3. Williams passes to Hawkins. They set the pick. Inside. It's stolen. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Puts it up. Alexander pulls it in. The 76ers have gone 8 for 14 from the floor. Williams against Jaquez. And the layup is good off the glass. And now just a 1-point Warrior lead.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Well, it's been a high-scoring, competitive game through the first quarter of play. Warriors ahead, up 1. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that is tough to beat.
They've got Derek Lively. Trey Jones is out there with Najee Marshall. And it's Alexander in at the 4. That's the group for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, Trae Young is getting recognition for his playmaking. He said, I've been top 5 in assists since I've been in this league, but I've been able to score so easily. People consider that selfish at times. I'm not even worrying about what people got to say. I know what I do. Guys, back to you.
Tuning out the noise. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. The Sixers leading. Pass to Lively. 4-3. It's rebounded by Golden State. And this is their first time matched up with Philadelphia this year.
And despite the difference in talent level, these teams were fairly evenly matched last year.
You really need to take advantage of those looks because the defense won't give you many of them.
Here's Jones. And Lively with a basket on the assist from Jones. And the 76ers lead by 3. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. And some changes here for the 76ers. Okongwu's checked in for Alexander. Brandon Miller comes in for Marshall. And it's DiVincenzo in for Hawkins. It's the trifecta. He's got 19.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
Out to DiVincenzo. Picked up by Okongwu. Pass to Jones. Philadelphia needs to get off a shot. DiVincenzo can't hit. The Warriors have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. The 76ers have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Here's Miller. The three. And no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Wallace, the pass to Toppin. For 3. Miller pulls it in. Philadelphia has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Okongwu finds Miller. Philadelphia moving it around. And the officials call a traveling violation. And the three-point contest is one of the highlights of All-Star Weekend. Here are some of the contenders who have a shot to compete in the event.
And perhaps that list changes a little between now and All-Star Weekend, but I would have no problems if those guys end up competing.
He's gathered enough votes to currently sit at the number 4 spot on the list. He must be excited about the prospect of competing in this event at All-Star Weekend.
And it's obvious the fans want him there as well. He's a dangerous man from beyond the arc who could have a real shot at winning that event.
And as we continue to count the votes, we'll update you on any changes to the list. No matter who is in it, though, it's going to be fun.
Maybe this is the year we see a perfect score. Who knows? I'll be sure to be locked in on all of All-Star Weekend, especially the three-point contest.
Back to Wallace. Three-pointer. Counted from distance. He's got 22.
Whoo, this guy is as hot as they come from distance. Defensively, you almost have to pick him up once he crosses half court.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Philadelphia making a change here. Williams is checked in. Defense on our 2K leaderboard. Looking at the best when it comes to points per game allowed over the previous month. The 76ers, number 1.
And they have really been focused on picking up their defensive effort, playing passing lanes, pressuring ball handlers, and trying to contest every shot.
To the inside, here's Okongwu, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throw of the night here.
Personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your Sixers.
All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, fans becoming very familiar with the term second apron over the last few seasons. Front offices admit the devil is in the details. While it's not exactly a hard cap, teams are showing little willingness to endure the penalties that come with persisting above that second apron threshold.
That's for certain. Shams, thank you for the report.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Miller outside. That one goes in. 16 points for him.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Out to the right wing. Here's the three. Another three for Golden State. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
From about 16, and the rebound goes to the Warriors. They defeated Utah in their last game.
And I think they were prepared to face pressure D, but that never materialized, so they took advantage.
This has been that rare night where they got pretty much anything they wanted offensively.
Good work there as it goes.
And he's carried them this quarter, a dominant offensive stretch.
And Williams has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. They trail by 3 from deep. Miller can't get it to go. And for the Warriors, they're shooting only 36% during the second. And the 3 off target. For Philadelphia, they've gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. Score it. 13 shots, 9 makes. Solid.
Credit the plays they're calling for him. Getting him right now some good shots.
Wallace with it. Still without a bucket. Really left him alone that time.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Now here's Williams. 4-point game. Miller outside. Miller a screen on Williams. Shot clock at 5. And here's a Kongwu for 3. And there it is for him. Give him 20.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Warriors ahead. Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter.
Greetings, guys. How about our Eastern Conference winner?
Well-deserved award. You look at the numbers, he's doing a little bit of everything out there.
That's what you look for at the small forward position and all around. And a look back now at the first half, as the Sixers have a tight game on their hands.
You know what? They push the action, but also play within themselves.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's...
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. The Warriors leading. Kicking off the second half. Here's Steve Kerr's 5. We've got Robert Williams, and it's Whitehead in at the small forward position. Philadelphia shooting it with confidence. 54% so far. Williams finds DiVincenzo. Drops in the 3. DiVincenzo's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The Warriors shooting only 40% from the floor in this game. Pass to Wallace. Shot clock at 6. Shot is up. That one no good. Legs night in, night out. You know what you're going to get from Clint Capella.
Well, B.A., he provides activity on both ends of the floor. On the glass, he will protect the rim, and he is a constant lob threat.
Philadelphia shooting their second and third shots at the line here.
Personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Philadelphia.
The first one falls.
Taking 2 shots.
That one misses. Whitehead passes to Wallace. Lets it go from deep. Knocks it down from distance. 33 points for him.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight, and with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up.
DiVincenzo pass to Williams, and they waste no time getting those 3 points back. And the 76ers lead by 2. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Over the last month, these rookies have been cleaning the glass. 5th is Robert Williams.
Hey, the way he's been aggressively attacking the boards, you have to think he's earned the respect of his teammates.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here. Here's a look at the schedule for Philadelphia. On Tuesday, they'll start out on the road to play the Clippers in Los Angeles. Then on Tuesday, they'll take on Victor Wembanyama and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And for that game against Chicago, that one will be the 7th on the season for them. The team will still be looking to improve each time they take the floor.
Pass to Okongwu. Now here's DiVincenzo. Watched by Wallace. Outside, Williams. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Warriors.
Golden State ball.
Here's Wallace. Yet to see a basket. Let's go with a 3. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Miller left side. Six to shoot. Shot on the wing. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Williams has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Wallace. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. And now a 3-point Warrior lead.
The defense just has no answers for him right now. With each made basket, the more his confidence continues to grow.
Williams passes to DiVincenzo. Williams with the screen. And DiVincenzo hits from deep. DiVincenzo's got 6 here in the quarter.
If he gets any daylight out there, he is capable of knocking that shot down.
Fires the 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
He was red hot from the 3 in the first half, and he is showing no signs of slowing down. Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
Outside, Williams. Connects again from distance.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely looking to shoot as much as possible.
Interior passing is so difficult if you aren't precise. They were right there. Nice work.
Three-pointer gets the 3-ball to go. And the Warriors lead by 5.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. He might have seen something he needs to review with his guys. And great passing, so often the thing that separates the good from the great. Who, for your money, Tim, is the best in the association?
Well, what's crazy, B.A., is I think the top of the list belongs to a center. Trey, Nikola Jokic, to me, an all-time talent, still in his prime, and his playmaking ability, unquestionably, the best we have ever seen at the center position.
Never seen any player like him. He's amazing.
Maybe never will, either.
checked in for Miller.
Put your hands together for your signature D&D.
Here's DiVincenzo. He has 6. Here's Hawkins. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
The Warriors lead by 3. From deep. Again. What an avalanche.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. Yao with a rebound. Yao's got his 4th rebound in this one. Puts up a deep 3. Rebound by Philadelphia. And here is Williams. Down low. 5 to shoot. And he dunks it down.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Adjustments are everything in this league, and you need to maximize your time to make those adjustments.
So both teams making some changes here. With a break here, let's see which teams racked up the assists during last year's campaign. In the 3rd spot, the Warriors.
Well, this is a team that preaches ball movement. Just look at their assist totals from last season. They are determined to create high percentage shots.
Toppin outside. Here's Jaquez. And the Warriors miss again.
Let's be honest. That's not a shot he should be taking.
I totally agree. That is not what they were looking for offensively.
With the step back, here's Williams. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Williams has got 5 points in the quarter.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Pass to Yao. There's 42 seconds left in the 3rd. And there's a 3-second violation.
Well, I think that was a product of the pressure. Take your eye off the ball for just a second, and it can lead to a turnover.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Brandon Miller comes in for Marshall. And it's Jones in for Williams. The Sixers trailing. Jones, the pass to Alexander. Here's Hawkins. Miller outside. Lively with a screen on Herter. Miller can't get it to go.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
Pass to Lively for the tie, and he lays it in. Lively's got his 2nd bucket of the night. It's all tied in Philadelphia. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm Assist of the Game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
And it's such an advantage to have a big man who can facilitate at a high level like that.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. They've got Trey Jones. Brandon Miller is out there with Derek Lively. And it's Alexander in at the 4. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Outside Herder. There's a screen by Toppin. Launches it. Lively grabs a miss. And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. After this game, they can look forward to L.A., where they'll match up against the Clippers. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just 1 game. Now here's Toppin. He's guarded closely. The 3-pointer off the mark. The Sixers leading. Steps back. Jones from outside. He can't get that one to fall. Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 4th quarter. And the Warriors miss again. The 76ers have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. Pass to Miller. Jones with a screen on Herder. 6 on the shot clock. Goes up on the baseline. Ooh, nice shot by Miller. And the 76ers lead by 4.
As a rookie, Miller is already a 3-level scorer.
Lively grabs a miss.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
To the middle. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, PA.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Puts up a 3. And again, no good by Golden State.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
Right side Jones. Miller outside. Here's the pick. Pass to Alexander. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And now it's an 8-point 76ers lead. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
He just can't get anything going in this quarter, and his team desperately in need of a spark.
Miller against Herder. Inside. Here's Alexander. Dunks it hard with 1 hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
It's a great game plan, and it's great execution. They've really been in the zone.
Herder can't hit.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
They just need a spark. This is when your leaders have to step up.
We've had the in-season tournament for a few years now, Grant. What's your opinion on it?
You know, B.A., I think it's working out pretty well. I mean, the NBA Cup, it's drawing increased fan interest, and the players are invested. So what's not to like about it?
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. To hear from Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to find out what Nick Nurse was discussing with his players. Coach had a direct message for the team saying no matter the lead, no NBA game is ever over. Do not let your guard down. We'll see if they hold on.
Appreciate the report, Allie. to the wing on the left. Williams with the screen. Clock at 6. Top of the key. And it's Whitehead with a rebound. Whitehead's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Wallace. To snap the cold streak. Good! Another from 3.
All game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is nothing stopping his shot.
And you know this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game the world never forgets.
Tonight, their attack revolves around him. As he goes, so goes the offense.
And again for 3.
He is unstoppable. Completely dialed in from distance.
What an historic night shooting the ball. He now stands by himself for 3rd place in most threes in a game. Yes, sir!
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Philadelphia?
They've been all about high percentage looks in this game, working the ball inside and doing whatever it takes to get it to go.
Yeah, they have been dialed in from deep. The three-pointer has been there all night for them.
Warriors trail by 9. Launches it from deep. Yes, sir! From way outside. And Williams has got the ball here for Philadelphia. They've led by as much as 10. Now Miller fires the 3. Williams rips down the board. Puts up a deep 3. Oh, it's off!
Well, let's make no mistake about it. If you want to cut into this lead, you're going to have to generate much better shots than that.
Outside DiVincenzo. There's a minute 54 left in the 4th quarter. Shot clock at 6. Yes, sir! It's good!
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, with each bucket, he denies any thought of a comeback.
Okongwu with the rebound. Philadelphia leading by 8. Williams on the wing. Williams defending. That misses. And the Warriors shooting just 42% so far in the game. DiVincenzo pulls it down. Philadelphia's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 4th quarter. Williams outside. Puts up the tray. It's good from beyond the arc.
Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the 76ers.
Boy, this was one physical game, guys.
They obviously felt that was an advantage of theirs coming in, and they were able to be relentless inside as a result.
And they'll chalk this up as their 3rd win of the year. From deep three-point land. And another one. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Outside, DiVincenzo. On the wing, Williams. Beyond the arc. Cash from downtown.
Got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
And this run should seal this win. What a timely burst.
35 seconds left to play in the fourth. Oh, he can't get the layup.
And they have to know that any hope of a comeback is gone.
Yeah, I think it's time to wave the white flag.
How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambled.
So no problem for Philadelphia as they get the win. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Well, Trey, leadership is such a key part of the point guard position. What's your focus in living up to that?
I'm a big guy and building team chemistry, so any chance I can, go bowling, hang out with these guys, build chemistry, and I think that's where it starts, is off the court, because that translates on.
Bowling, that's something I haven't done in a while. Thanks for the inspiration.
All right, Allie, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For reporter Allie LaForce and for Tim Legler and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for joining us. And time to present our player of the game.